Hello everyone and welcome to a special episode of the Entertainment Buzz. Now that 2016 is over and done, we figured we would take a look at the best news in film, TV, celebs, and on-campus stories over the past year. And as an added bonus, we have a special preview of a new segment, What Not to Watch with George Jane. So let's get started with the celebs. One of the biggest stories in the entertainment industry of 2016 was the robbery and attack of Kim Kardashian. It was reported that robbers held her at gunpoint before tying her up and locking her in the restroom. The robbers, dressed as cops, made out with what was estimated to be nearly $10 million worth of jewelry. Kim was shaken, but it was reported to otherwise be okay after the accident. In response, husband Kanye has temporarily postponed his performances at that time to be with her. Many celebrities have tweeted out their support for Kim after this attack. On to another big celeb, Taylor Swift had quite the 2016. She started out with a Grammy and is ending with a new TV show. In between, there was plenty of drama. Started with her breakup with Calvin Harris, which stirred up some of the typical jazz associated with the T-Swift breakup. Then she moved on to Tom Hiddleston for a brief period, and that ended with all sorts of drama as well. It all came to a peak, though, when she called out Kanye West for mentioning her name in the song Famous. This was followed by Kim Kardashian leaking the phone call Kanye had with Taylor before writing the song, where he respectfully asked for her permission and then received it. With all this drama surrounding her, we'll have to see what T-Swizzle has in store for 2017. Chance the Rapper also had a monstrous year, dominating the music industry. He's currently nominated for 7 Grammys, including Best New Artist for his album Coloring Book and his work on Kanye West's The Life of Pablo. Chance is the first artist to be nominated on the merit of streams alone, and he isn't signed to a record label. He's been featured with big names like Big Sean and John Legend, and was even given a song on the Hamilton mixtape. This continues the meteoric rise that started with the second mixtape, Acid Rap. Seems to be no end in sight for Chance, even if one more label tries to stop him. Now, late in 2016, we were shocked to hear about the divorce of Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie. What started as a messy breakup quickly got worse. Pitt was accused of beating his children, although those allegations were later proven false. Regardless, the whole situation was remarkably sad, and it was a punch to the gut to a generation who grew up with Brangelina as its power couple. Also in 2016, it was announced that Donald Glover would join the untitled standalone Han Solo film as part of the extended Star Wars universe, playing a young Lando Calrissian, a role previously helmed by Billy D. Williams. That, along with the role in Spider-Man Homecoming and the success of his series Atlanta, is quickly making Glover as big as one of the stars of today. So that's all we have for our top celeb stories. Next up on our list is on-campus news. Catch that on the other side of this break.
At a place of extraordinary medicine, what you see is how amazing life can be. That's the Michigan difference.
Welcome back to the Entertainment Buzz. We learned about some celeb news, so now let's look at the best 2016 on-campus news. In 2016, the University of Michigan was ranked as the #1 public university in America by QS World University Rankings. The QS assesses university performance across 4 different areas: research, teaching, employability, and internalization. The University of Michigan was also ranked 23rd overall. It was the only American public university in the top 25. Big Sean also came to campus this past semester. His concert was presented by our on-campus groups Big Ticket Productions and Theta Xi. Let's take a look at some of the highlights. After a contract with Adidas expired, Michigan signed a deal with the clothing outfitter Nike to be the official sponsor of Michigan Athletics, in a then record-setting deal. This made Michigan the only school in the country to use the Jordan brand on their football uniforms, and reports show that the school could make upwards of $178 million, thanks to the deal signed by new athletic director Ward Manuel. Wolverines everywhere look forward to what the team can do in 2017. Also early in November, President Obama came to visit Ann Arbor. He came to a rally to support Clinton's campaign, stating, quote, "I need you to stay focused because I'm asking you to pull off another victory this week," quoting the Michigan football win. No matter the outcome, Obama's visit will remain one of the most memorable moments for the University of Michigan students in the year 2016. Dear Evan Hansen hit Broadway in 2016 as well. The original musical was written by UMich alum Pasek and Paul and also won a Golden Globe this year for La La Land song as well that they wrote. The musical originally opened off Broadway in 2015 and opened on Broadway in December of 2016. We couldn't be more proud of our UMich alums. So that wraps it up for UMich Campus Stories, and next up we have a premiere of George Jane's What Not to Watch after the break.
Come create and calculate. Shatter both records and stereotypes. Build improbable machines and impossible medicines. Unleash masterpieces and birth theories. Come because there is much to be done out there and to be undone. Come find out everything of which you are capable. Come believe in something greater than yourself. An experience unlike any other awaits you here. Here, dreams are in need of your voice. Fragile ideas await your strength. Come answer this call. Join this assembling of minds. Put your grand imagination to work. Come let your visions rattle these walls and help move the world forward. Come join the leaders and best, the victors valiant. Come to Michigan.
Hi, it's me, George Jane, the man dedicated to making sure he overdoses on bad movies. Here on What Not to Watch, I rewatch movies of the past, movies that we so fondly remember enjoying as children, and then yell about how we were so wrong. Movies like Spy Kids 2. Spy Kids 2 seems to always get lost in the shuffle when we talk about Spy Kids, on those very frequent occasions. The original Spy Kids was somewhat enjoyable and fresh. Spy Kids 3 Game Over was so unbelievably bad that it's a masterpiece. And well, we don't talk about Spy Kids 4, because stop trying to make 4D a thing, please. Scratch a sniff barf, not fun. So since Spy Kids 2 is long forgotten, allow me to revive this monstrosity for our discussion, so I can quickly and forcefully bury it once more for good, and no one will ever have to watch it again. Here are my 3 main points. Number 1, the transmooker. Now, the main MacGuffin, or the random object that is pointless but drives the plot, is the transmooker. The story of the movie revolves around various groups trying to claim this great object. Its power? Good question. Cloaking an island? A small laser beam maker. It's never fully explained. Lots of things aren't explained in this movie. There's magnet men with magnet heads? There's a lot of those. And oh, there's a bunch of sentient skeletons that have nothing to do with anything. Those are there. And also, Steve Buscemi is in this movie. He's definitely there. Steve, why are you in this movie? You're better than this. But there's especially no explanation to the real power of the transmooker. Instead, there's a battle between a snake dinosaur and a literal spider monkey. Number 2, the gadgets. Possibly the biggest selling point for the Spy Kids franchise was its gadgets that the kids used to combat evil. The first Spy Kids movie had really fun ones like electric bubblegum and a microwave that made any meal materialize from almost nothing. And who could forget the world's smallest camera? Spy Kids 2, a watch. Oh, and don't forget Machete's Elastic Wonder, aka a rubber band. 999 uses? BS, it's a rubber band. Junie used it as a bracelet half the movie, and Carmen tried to put some poles together or something. Lame, dumb, I hate it. Number 3, and most importantly, I cannot stress this enough, Gary Giggles. Look, all kids' movies need a womanizing pretty boy jerk who's extremely unlikable. I get this, but Gary is not just a jerk. Gary is a force of pure annoyance, solidified into the form of cheap hair gel. Gary falls into a pile of camel poop around the beginning of the movie. Yeah, that happens. And about 80% through the movie, he's still shown with poop all over his face. This means that Gary is such an idiot that even after crossing an ocean in the middle of the movie, he does not realize that he smells and looks like crap. Literal crap. And don't get me started on the laugh. Gary Giggles has a giggle. And for whatever reason, the director decided this giggle needed to be in this crazy amount of space in the movie. The stuff of nightmares. I just don't want to think about it. It's too much. But anyways, that wraps up today's show. Make sure not to watch Spy Kids 2 Island of Lost Dreams. Gary? Gary? After the break, we sum up some of the biggest stories for film and TV for 2016.
When I first got to the University of Michigan, I went to Festival.
I first got involved on campus through an organization called ALMA, which stands for Assisting Latinos to Maximize Achievement.
My RA in East Quad, she invited me to join the Residence Halls Association.
I first got involved on campus actually at orientation.
Researching when I actually did my admissions process at the University of Michigan and saw that there was something called the Michigan Learning Communities.
My friend, she was the president of Noir Fashion Show.
I actually am the founder of the organization that I'm representing.
It all really happened just because I was kind of following, well, it's cliche, but I mean, I was following my heart.
Welcome back to the Entertainment Buzz. We look forward to more What Not to Watch segments in the coming year. So now let's move on to film and TV. Star Wars is simply dominating the box office for a second year in a row. Rogue One, a Star Wars story, is closing in on over $1 billion worldwide and proved that the purchase of Lucasfilm by Disney was a certain success. We look forward to seeing more from the Star Wars universe on the silver screen starting in December of 2017. One of the biggest box office hits of 2016 was the all-female version of Ghostbusters starring Melissa McCarthy, Kristen Wiig, Leslie Jones, and Kate McKinnon. Now, despite the backlash and controversy from fans of the original Ghostbusters, the film still grossed over $229 million worldwide. More than anything, it was an opportunity for Hollywood to display some real girl power on the big screen. So the Gilmore Girls came back as well. Our favorite mother-daughter relationship finally returned on the Netflix Gilmore Girls: A Year in the Life. We got more coffee and more fast-talking dialogue, and our fan favorites like Kirk, Paris, and Suki. The 4 episodes answered some crucial questions, and the final 4 words were revealed. One burning question remains: who's the father? So Disney also released another princess film this year, Moana, which follows a Polynesian girl on her quest to save her island. The film scored a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes and an 8 on IMDb. It also racked up 2 Golden Globe nominations for Best Original Song and Best Animated Motion Picture. The audiences praised the film for its more realistic portrayal of female animated characters and its empowering storyline. And of course, 2016 was a great year for Leonardo DiCaprio. He finally won his Oscar. After being nominated 4 times, the actor finally won Best Performance by an actor in a leading role for his performance in The Revenant. During Leo's speech, he took the opportunity to bring awareness to climate change, a cause that he has shown significant support for over the years. He also thanked his co-star Tom Hardy, his parents, and to all those who have supported him from the onset of his career. So that does it for this week's episode of the Entertainment Buzz right here on WOLV TV. Be sure to tune in next week when we return to our regular episodes. For up-to-date entertainment news and commentary, plus behind-the-scenes videos you can't find anywhere else, be sure to visit vimeo.com/wolvtv. You can also shoot us an email at wolv.ebuzz@umich.edu. Be sure to like us on Facebook. So for the entire cast and crew, I'm Jake Ferguson, and you've just been buzzed.